Hello and welcome to the Christmas morning special of hedge planting. Here's our in-house ecologist armed with his planting plan and a bunch of stuff, including the obligatory coffee and gingerbread because it's Christmas after all. Will you talk us through the planting schedule?
So we have to put, we want to put hedging, native hedging all around the site.
Contractual obligation.
Contractual obligation, but also because it's nice to put some new plants in. Good for the wildlife and good for all sorts of things, really. So a while ago I put together a planting plan based on our site, and it's basically a mixture of sort of the blackthorn, hawthorns, or whitethorn as they call it here, and a bunch of other different sort of spiky-ish kind of plants like the hollies, things like that. And each of the sites, each of the areas here have slightly different soil and slightly different kind of microclimates, I suppose, different levels of shade and sunlight and whatnot, and water. So we tried to basically put together a plan based on the type of plants that would appreciate their sites.
So how many areas have we got?
So we've got, I've broken it down to about four sections, like the driveway, the area behind the kiln, the area in front of the cottage, and the main field. But then within each of those sections I've also subdivided them a little bit in slightly different lengths and stretches. But starting off with, we thought we'd go with behind the kiln.
Section 2?
Section 2 as it is, or rather than section 1, which is in front of the cottage, because we still need access to some things there. And here we're basically going to be putting in some Alexandrium, the hollies, we're putting in some Rosa canina, the dog rose, some crabapple, some honeysuckle, and some wild cherry, just to basically make it kind of more fruity-ish around here. Maybe one day we'll have a little orchard of some sort.
Somewhere.
Huh?
Somewhere.
But anyway, so that's the plan. We've got around 300 plants to put in all together, so we better get cracking.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it in fast motion.
I think we have to do fast motion. We don't have enough time to do slow motion.
That's right. See you later.
Oh, hi.
How's it going?
I think it's pretty good. A lot of grass that's a bit overgrown, covering some of the whitethorn that we grew last year. So we're trying to dig that out first. And but otherwise we've done probably 2/3 of this row now, which is good. Putting in the blackthorn for now, but we have more other things to put in later on, some more hollies with Onyxipodium and I can't remember what else actually. Some gilder
Cherry,
rose,
crabapple, rose,
yeah, some gilder rose.
honeysuckle.
Maybe a couple of honeysuckle. Well, we'll see.
That's all we've got left.
Well, we have a whole other section still to do in the front of the cottage as well. So,
But this is looking good.
yeah, at least the weather is holding up today.
Yeah, it's a bit less cold today. But all of this is now done. And that row is also done all the way to the wetland. We just need to add some more willows in the wet area. So, hooray! Final product in section 3. I don't actually know if this is very visible because they are pretty much just leafless little things, but I think you might be able to see it. It's the occasional holly. Oh, a little cheeky honeysuckle. And it might work better if I stand from the side. Here we have area 2A and 2B, which is the one we started first. Went a little bit rogue there with a cheeky honeysuckle. But all of this, well actually there's not much on this side because the stone wall is a bit too close to the fence, so we need to think about whether we want to rebuild it or move it or just leave it. But then here, this is where the actual hedge is pretty well planted. And here is area 1 something. There's quite a lot of gilder rose, and towards the wetter area here we've put a few willows. And there's a few little bits and bobs across the stream as well, but it's very, very stony in that